There, that's better. Greetings, bars and grills and children of all shoe sizes, and welcome to another Trippy Food live stream. We are about to be greeted by Doodle. It is Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Hi, Doodle. It's Doodle, everybody. Doodle. Thank you for welcoming the show in. Thank you. It's good to see you. How are you? How are you, Doodle? I have snacks for you. Yes. You're going to stay here for a while? All right. So, we are back to you with another Trippy Food live stream from Trippy Food West, as opposed to Trippy Food East. It is a nice sunny day. It's supposed to hit 101 today. Don't know what it is. Looks like we only have a few people in the room right now. We're starting off a little bit slow today. So we have Tom, old guy in Colorado. We have Miguel Rangel, and that looks like maybe it for now. So we're starting off slow. My guess is because this is Labor Day weekend, and because it's Labor Day weekend, I'm sure you're all out at tailgate parties, at the beach, in the backyard, frying up them doggies, and not you. Oh, he's a really cute thing. Frying up your burgers and dogs. So that's okay. Again, it's a long weekend here in the United States. It is Labor Day weekend, which means that we have off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And to us, this is. I don't think anybody really knows what Labor Day is. I don't think we celebrate Labor Day the way Labor Day is supposed to be marked, but to us, it's the unofficial end of summer, because summer obviously ends. Well, let's see, when does summer end? September. It ends in September, and it is the unofficial end of summer. So kids are going back to school. All the places in the northern states that are open seasonally during the summer are closing. So there we kind of go. Hey, Janice has joined us. Welcome, Janice. And let's see, did I forget anybody? No, so far it's, oh yes, John King. Welcome, John. So far it's still a small group, so we'll wait for a few more people to come into the room. It's building, it's at 8 right now. But again, I don't expect a huge crowd, only because, like I said, it is Labor Day weekend, and I'm sure a lot of people are out and enjoying. Maybe some people are like watching on their phones or iPads or whatever they happen to be watching on. But maybe they also have better things to do, enjoying this fine, sunny and warm weather. Again, it's supposed to hit 101. What is it right now? I'm just curious. Let's see. You know Doodle? He's like my Ed McMahon. Doodle McMahon. Just looks so. Doodle, I should be paying you, huh? I should be paying you. I will pay you. Hang on a second. It is currently 102 degrees. 102 degrees. It wasn't even supposed to get this hot today, but it is 102 degrees. So yeah, good times. How is it where you guys are? Are you guys enjoying heat? Adam Hebb has just entered the room. Hey, Adam, by the way, sorry for your loss on your pet. And I can't imagine what it would be like if I lost Doodle. So my condolences to you. Eli is in the room. Let's see who else. Summer ends when triple digits are out of the picture. Well, we got another week of triple digits here, so it's going to be a while. It's 93 down here in Texas. So it is warmer here than in Texas. I guess that makes sense. I guess that's okay. So Doodle, it's Doodle. Doodle, everybody. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Doodle, do you want a snack? Is that why you're up here? Here, let me get you a snack. It must be hot to be walking around with a fur coat in this weather. There you go. And off he goes. No loyalty whatsoever. His loyalty is to chicken snacks. It's okay. It was just sad. Yes, it was sad. How old is he or she, Adam? It was 114 yesterday. Eli, you are in Arizona. Is that right? Did I get that right? I think Arizona. It's 900,000 degrees, or is that 90,000? 90,000 degrees. Either way, it's hot. He was only 5. Oh yeah, that is unexpected. That is definitely unexpected. And we have Mission Scrub. Mission Scrub has a fuel leak, no launch. That is the, I want to say Artemis. Is that right? Sonic? Artemis? The rocket they're sending around the moon. They're apparently not landing on the moon. They're just sending it around the moon. I guess it's to see how feasible it is to get people back up there again, to get people back up on the moon again. Excuse me while I dab my forehead because I'm covered in sweat. And that was just from taking Doodle out for like 5 minutes so that he could do his business. But yeah, again, it's pretty warm. I have the air conditioning on. I have the fan on. You guys let me know, sound-wise, video-wise, everything okay? It's cool. Artemis NASA not launching again. Oh, they scrubbed it completely? Or you mean they're not launching today? Because I know they were supposed to launch today, but I don't know if they scrubbed it completely or they just are postponing it again. Did not know that, Sonic. So whatever. We do have our cards today, and that's all I have left. That's all I have left. I think that's enough for today, but we might not have much more after that. So, we'll have to figure something out. Get more cards or make stuff up like we used to in the past, or get some new ones. So I will remind people. I just want to remind people that we do have a poll. I'm pointing like you guys can see where I'm pointing, and it's probably you're not looking at the same thing I am. But I am pointing at the poll. It's at the top of the chat. And the poll is basically me asking everybody, would you rather see because again, it's that time of year again where we're going to be doing our pumpkin spice roundup. And the question is, do you want a Trippy Food episode of a pumpkin spice roundup, or do you want us to do a pumpkin spice roundup live stream? So please do the poll. I mean, you can put it in there. You can put it in the chat. But I'll forget, and I won't see it there and everything. But if you tell me in the poll what you want to see, we will give you what you want. It's Burger King. We're going to do it your way. So please let me know. There's a poll up above at the top of the chat. Do you want to see the Trippy Food Pumpkin Spice Roundup as a live stream, or do you want to see it as an episode? Let me know, and we'll take care of that. I really want the astronauts to visit the moon again. We boost our political spirit now. America needs up. Really, Sonic? Because it's just astronauts visiting the moon. I think the purpose of visiting the moon again is to see if the moon is going to be a good place to stop on the way to Mars. Like, are we going to be able to maybe they're thinking of colonizing the moon. I have no idea. Or maybe they're thinking of using the moon as like a refuel or something. I honestly have no idea. So I think that's the thing is they still have their eye on Mars. But they're thinking, let's start with the moon and start working back. Who really knows? So there we go. He had surgery to get a big clump of grass out of his stomach. Oh, my God. And he had rare complications after the surgery, and none of the 3 vets could figure out what was wrong. Oh, my God. That's terrible, Adam. Well, again, condolences to you. I can't imagine how that feels. Well, I mean, I know how that feels because we've lost our pets before. So, again, sorry, and my condolences to you, Adam. Right, and moon mission would be closer to Mars. Yeah, I think it would be closer to Mars. I don't know what the practicality of that. Like, as long as you're moving and you're going, do you zip past the moon? Honestly, don't know. But that's up to them. They'll figure it out. The moon is a launch location for Mars missions. Oh, okay, Tom. I guess that makes sense. But that means getting a whole lot of equipment up to the moon. So I don't know. I can't see that happening anytime soon. But that's them. They didn't ask me, Val, how do you want to do this? We want to go to Mars. Should we start on the moon and go from, I don't know. For me, Mars is a bar, a candy bar. There we go. All right, so we have six snacks. So I will let people know that we do have the return of the Blue Diamond Blueberry Almonds. So this time I checked to make sure that the top was not open. So we're going to do the return of the Blue Diamond Blueberry Almonds today. I think we're going to start with that. Let's start with that. Well, as our snack. We do have an adult beverage. We do have a soft drink. We have our usual cast of characters. The room is filling up now. We have, according to that little number that I don't trust, we have 11 in there. Blue Diamonds are good and salty. Yeah, I guess that's the question is, are these salty? Because, what are salty blueberry almonds going to taste like? Let's see. Do they add salt? Corn maltodextrin, modified corn starch, sea salt. Does have sea salt. Blueberry juice concentrate and puree, vegetable juice color. All right, cool. Whatever. All right. Anyways, that's going to be our first snack, but we're not going to start with a snack. Again, we're going to start with our beverage because every time I ask you guys, you say the adult beverage. I'm not even going to ask anymore. We're just going to automatically start with our adult beverage. How you doing, Doodle? Did you eat? Did you eat your food over there? Because you have a whole bowl of food. Did you eat your food? Did you eat your food? No? Yes? No? The only thing they think might have done him in was that an underlying issue that went unknown in the survey aggravated the issue. Maybe, Adam, maybe there was something in the grass that he ate, I guess, but they would know that. But either way, it's terrible. Something I like to eat with my almonds is peanut butter jelly sandwich, maybe with a slice of bologna. Wait, so is that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with almonds and bologna in it? Or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a slice of bologna on the side and almonds on the side? How does that work, Sonic? What are the logistics there? Maybe, but it's over now. It is, Adam, and now it's time to grieve and I guess think of happier moments. So, hey, Steve Russell is in the room. Welcome, Steve. Peanut butter jelly and bologna and almonds on the side. Oh, wait, peanut butter jelly and bologna together and almonds on the side. I think I'm getting that right. I like peanut butter and jelly with yellow mustard. Really, Tom? That's interesting. I don't think I'd ever consider that. I like peanut butter and jelly with banana's okay. With bacon in it. But that's about as crazy as I get with peanut butter and jelly. Or fluffernutter, right? I don't usually put jelly in it when I'm making a fluffernutter. So kind of there we go. How are we doing on time? We're at 1:11. We can wait a couple more minutes. We always have plenty of time. We have Doodle chilling right here. So he's just, Fool's Gold. So Sonic, you're mentioning a Fool's Gold. I guess you're referring to the Fool's Gold loaf, which was one of Elvis's favorite foods. So there's a restaurant in Colorado, somewhere in Colorado. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but they're the one that served Fool's Gold loaf to Elvis. And Elvis would get in a private plane and fly all the way up to Colorado so he'd get the Fool's Gold loaf. Now, the restaurant is still in existence, and they still make the Fool's Gold loaf. And it is stupid expensive. It is like $40 or something crazy for this Fool's Gold loaf. What it is it's a hollowed out loaf of bread that is stuffed with peanut butter and bacon and then deep fried. So that is the Fool's Gold loaf. And it was one of Elvis's favorite things, and one of the things that he used to take a private jet to Colorado just to have. So a little bit crazy, but it was Elvis. Fried peanut butter, bacon strips, fried peanut butter, bacon strips, jelly, French bread loaf. Yeah, I think you're accurately describing Fool's Gold loaf, Sonic. I want to eat it in my lifetime. I do as well. I mean, you could make it, right? I mean, it doesn't sound like it's that difficult to make. But the idea is to go to that place in Colorado. Colorado Mine Company. Thank you, Tom. Tom, have you been? I know, like I said, it's kind of an expensive thing, but not sure. You're old guy in Colorado, and it's Colorado Mine Company, and it is in Colorado. So I wasn't sure if you'd actually been or not. There you go. All right, we're about 1:13. We can start. So we're going to start with our adult beverage. There's our adult beverage. And let's read a card first. So the question is, because this is a French question, of course. So the question is, bouillabaisse is a fish stew originating from which French city? Again, the question, bouillabaisse is a fish stew originating from which French city? I'm going to put this over here, and we'll get on with the show. All right. I have been there, but I didn't have the Elvis. I had a burger. Oh, wow. How long ago was that, Tom? And how expensive was the Fool's Gold loaf when you were there? Let's see. Okay, so this is Santa Monica Brew Works. Now, I found this very interesting. I'll tell you why in a second. This is from Santa Monica Brew Works. This is the 310 Stomped Shandy. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with what a shandy is, shandies are very popular in the summer. They're usually a beer that people make in the summer. And it's usually a blend of beer. And I think it's like a half and half blend. It's usually a blend of beer and some sort of citrus, like orange or lemon or grapefruit. Right? And that's typically what a shandy is. So it's usually kind of a refreshing citrusy thing that people drink in the summer, and that's usually when you find it. This Santa Monica Brew Works 310 Stomped Shandy. The reason for the 310, of course, is that 310 is the area code for Santa Monica. This Stomped Shandy is blended with hot dog on a stick lemonade, and that's what makes it special. So I don't know how many people have been to hot dog on a stick. I'm not sure how far out that goes. It is definitely a Southern California thing. It started in Santa Monica, California, and that's where Santa Monica Brew Works is located. As a matter of fact, I think Santa Monica Brew Works is located somewhere very close to the pier, and the original hot dog on a stick that opened in 1941 is right next to the pier. Now, if you guys want a little bit of history and a little bit of information about hot dog on a stick and where it started, everything, we actually did a hot dog on a stick episode at the original hot dog on a stick that opened in 1941. Little Red Shack, that's still there. So regardless, and if you haven't had a hot dog on a stick, it's like a corn dog. I think the difference is that the batter is a little bit different and the hot dog is a turkey dog. And that sounds weird. It sounds like something that's been substituted, but no, originally in 1941, a hot dog was a turkey dog for some reason. Maybe in 1941, beef was a little bit more scarce because of the war, and they used turkey instead because turkey was a little bit more plentiful. Maybe that's what it is. But traditionally, hot dog on a stick has been a turkey dog. So they use hot dog on a stick lemonade. Now, again, for those of you who have been to a hot dog on a stick, I don't know if the ones in the malls do it. They're all over the place now, right? But they certainly do this at the original place in Santa Monica. Is basically they hand churn lemonade. So they cut the lemons, they put it in the water with ice, sugar. They put it in this big, huge churn, for lack of another term, and then somebody just stands there, and churns the lemonade. It's a little bit kind of an antiquated kind of thing, and maybe questionable. The visuals are a little bit questionable and everything, but that's how they do it. So anyways, Santa Monica Brew Works has made this Stomped Shandy with hot dog on a stick lemonade. So it should be interesting. I don't know that I've had a shandy before. I think maybe Julie and I had a Narragansett shandy, I think, when I was up there. Let's see, anything special here. Bright blend of blonde ale and zesty lemonade from hot dog on a stick. Crisp and refreshing. So it does sound crisp and refreshing. So we're going to give it a try. Let's see what I missed here. Go to Colorado and pick a fresh course straight off the Coors tree. It's the water. Let's see. Kumquatty is the area known for we're answering the question, I think. Hey, Zen Bob is in the room. Welcome, Zen Bob. Good to see you. Don't remember seeing you before. Are you new to the chat? You new to the live stream? If so, introduce yourself. You don't have to give me real names or anything like that. But where are you from? And again, no street addresses or anything. Closest metropolitan city is fine. So what brings you to our channel, and where are you from? Let's see. Is anything? Hot dog on a stick in Venice Beach is closed right now for refurbishment. I think it will open in September. Oh, okay. And so, Janice, when you say Venice Beach, it's actually in the original one. The Little Red Shack is actually in Santa Monica, so it's right off the Santa Monica Pier. The question is, because it's on that same boardwalk. If you're on Venice Beach and you walk down the boardwalk, you will get to Santa Monica Beach. The same boardwalk. I mean, I think it runs. I want to say it runs past Malibu, and I know it goes like south down to like Huntington Beach, maybe even farther. It's the same boardwalk. It's just like this big long bike path that goes all the way along the coast. So if you're on that boardwalk, bike path, whatever, and you're on Venice Beach, you are going to hit hot dog on a stick, but it's actually in Santa Monica. But I don't know if you're referring to a hot dog and a stick on Venice Beach itself. The other thing is at Venice Beach is Muscle Beach, which is where they have the outdoor gym where everybody's lifting weights and everything, so they can show off in front of everybody. That typically was right next to the pier. So it used to be in Santa Monica next to the pier. Then they moved it down to actual Venice Beach. Venice, by the way, Venice is not a city. It is an area or neighborhood of Los Angeles. So Venice Beach is part of Los Angeles. They call it the city of Venice, but it's actually not a separate city. It has been incorporated into the city of Los Angeles. So enough history there. Hot dog on a stick is the poor man's version of the Okie dog. Actually, Sonic, that's not true. The Okie dog is the Okie dog is crazy. That doesn't even look like a corn dog. The Okie dog is it's either 2 or 3, I can't remember, hot dogs wrapped up in a tortilla with chili, cheese, and pastrami. I think there might be something else on there. For the lowdown on what is an Okie dog, we actually did an Okie dog episode. So just do a search of our videos for Okie dog, and you can see what an Okie dog is. And do a search for the hot dog on a stick, put them next, watch them one right after the other, and you'll see that they're nothing alike whatsoever. So there you go. Everything tastes better on a stick. I think that's Ritz. I can give an argument on that. Yeah, Tom, I agree. Only street address. Yeah, there we go. Hot dog on a stick was near the Santa Monica Pier. Yes, it is right at the, like it's, if you are on Santa Monica Pier and you take the stairs down off Santa Monica Pier, it's right there. So it's right off the Santa Monica Pier. You're talking about the one that's closed. Yeah, it closed before, I think, too. So hopefully they're not like modernizing it and everything, because the kind of cool thing is that it's this red shack that's on Santa Monica Pier. Or you're just off Santa Monica Pier, I'm sorry. It's this red shack. I would hate to see them just modernize that just for the sake of modernizing and everything. So they've done that with a lot of other places that were the original places. It's kind of sad when they do that, but you know, whatever. So hot dog on a stick, yes, Sonic, hot dog on a stick is different. All right, done some good fishing off Malibu Pier. Yeah, they're famous for their fishing off the pier. I have not done any. The only fishing I've done here is for grunion, but I digress. Time for the shandy. All right, so here we go. And this is 4.3% ABV. I think we might, ooh, I just licked that off my fingers and I can taste the lemon. That's refreshing. All right, see how we're going to do this. I hate pouring out of a can. I don't know what the percentage is. I'm sorry, the rate. I don't know what the ratio is of lemon to beer on this. Just leave that up there so you can see that. It smells more like beer than lemon. But I didn't know there's a hefty amount of lemon in there. We got the beer tornado action happening here, but the head's not too big, so you know. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Definitely tastes lemon in there. Definitely tastes lemon in there. To the point where you get this slight alcohol taste, but not like beer. So whatever beer, I mean, I guess maybe start with a light beer. And I don't mean light beer like light beer. I mean a light beer. It's very citrusy. It is very refreshing. It's weird drinking out of a Samuel Smith glass, but you know, it is what it is. That's good. That is really good. That is exceptional, and that's going to get 2 thumbs up for me. 2 thumbs up for me. That is really, really good. All right, let's go back to our card. The question was, bouillabaisse is a fish stew originating from which French city? And the guesses were, I have to go way back up there. That was such a long time ago. Let's see. La 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 la. Maybe nobody answered it. Miguel Rangel said Paris. Janice Yamanaka said Marseille. Or Marcella, for those who don't speak French. Marseille. He's Marseille. Tom says Kamkwati. I think that was it. Forgive me if I missed anybody else who guessed, but I just see 3 guesses. One is Paris, Marseille, and Kamkwati, and it is in fact Kamkwati. But that was the original place where they started making it, and then after that they started making it in Marseille. So Tom, you were correct. Janice, you were correct. Miguel Rangel, you're close enough to being correct. So take whatever points you want. Point jar is open. Just grab them. I don't care anymore. All right, that is really, really good. All right, so let's dig into our first snack. Let's see what we want to do this. You know what? Let's do the blueberries, because there was a letdown on the last episode on the. There we go. So you can see them. Hang on a second. I scrolled off the screen. Let's see. Did I miss anything? You forgot fish tacos for boardwalk food. Fish tacos. Oh, Sonic. Well, Janice, all you can do is a picture of fish tacos, right? You forgot the lemon slice garnish. You don't need the lemon slice garnish in that, Eli. There's so much lemon taste, so much lemon flavor. That would be like lemon overkill, I think. But it's really, really good. So I recommend it if you can find it. I gotta recommend that. Just walked along Santa Monica Pier a few weeks ago, posted this video. I didn't see those videos at Santa Monica Pier, Janice. I'm going to have to go look for that. I don't know why I missed it. Hey, Abe Simpson has entered the room. Welcome, Abe. All right, so let's read a question, and then we're going to do our first snack. And the question is, what steak is also known as a hanger steak? So like, porterhouse, ribeye, whatever. What steak is also known as a hanger steak? So I'm going to let that age naturally over here, and then we're going to start into our snack. So these are Blue Diamond almonds. Now, for those who don't know, or those who just came into the room, the reason that we're doing Blue Diamond blueberry almonds today is because we tried to do blueberry diamond almonds last time. Blueberry diamond almonds, did I say that right? Blueberry blue diamond almonds. It's something like that. We tried to do them last time, in last live stream, and when I opened the top, I had found that they had been compromised and that this foil sealed for your protection seal had been compromised. And so I asked everybody, do you think I should eat them anyways? And everybody said, no, don't eat them. So I didn't eat them and I threw them away. So this is the return of the Blue Diamond almonds blueberry. Now, Blue Diamond has a long, rich history in California. It started around 1910 as the California Almond Growers Exchange. And then in 1915, they adopted the Blue Diamond as their symbol. So they've been Blue Diamond since 1915. So over 100 years. And we're going to open this and make sure that it doesn't taste like 100-year-old blueberry almonds. And they probably weren't making blueberry almonds back 100 years ago. Okay, that's weird. Hang on, because I need to take a picture of this. These are like blue almonds. Man, those are weird. Those are weird. Here, have a look. And under that light, it's really hard to tell. But here, it's this blue. Well, let's see. Can you see that? That blue color? It's crazy. All right. They taste coated too. I mean, they feel coated. Now, I thought they'd be sugary and sweet. They're really not. Oh, here's the blueberry. Tastes like a blueberry candy, though. It doesn't taste like eating a fresh blueberry. That's okay. The more you eat, the more blueberry you get. Those are really good. It's so odd. The blueberry flavor is stronger than the almond flavor. So the texture is there, so you know you're eating almonds. You don't get so much of the almond taste because the blueberry, which is on the outside, is very, I'm going to say it's overpowering. However, it's a nice combination. They go pretty well together. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. These are really good. They're kind of sweet though. So I don't know that I could eat a lot in one sitting, but there it is. Thumbs up. Let's go back to our question. My question was, which of these steaks, well, what steak is also known as a hanger steak? We did this one pretty quick, so I think, let's see. Oh wait, Sonic said Paris in regards to the bouillabaisse question. So that just adds more color and flavor to it. So there we go. So okay, the guesses were Abe Simpson said filet mignon. Miguel Rangel said plate. Janice Yamanaka said butcher steak. I see Tom said wasp traps, and I thought that's not a cut of meat, but he says he's hanging wasp traps. Wasps, they're jerks, the little jerks. Sonic is talking about his New York strip steak and his whole meal, but he didn't guess. I guess that's it. All right. So the actual question, the actual answer to the question, what steak is also known as a hanger steak, is onglet. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've never heard of an onglet steak before. Never heard of it. So I'm going to give that to everybody who guessed, whether you guessed wrong or right. I don't remember anybody saying onglet. I never heard of an onglet. I don't even know what it is. So I'm going to say you're probably all right. So just grab them points while they still last. Clearance sale. All points must go. All right. Val, if you got out of prison, what would be your first meal? Sonic, my first question was, why was I in prison? I can't imagine being in prison. So, yeah. I don't know. That's so... I have no idea what prison food is like. I don't, I honestly couldn't tell you, Sonic. How many years? What did I do? Whatever. So the easier question that's similar to that is, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be? For me, that's an easier, much easier question than the one you asked, because like to me, that's like, and then the question again is, how did I get on death row? So there you go. I'm not sure how to answer that, Sonic. Hey, Scott is in the room. Welcome, Scott. Glad to see you again. Let's see. Taste of freedom. Oh, you'd have the whole freedom sandwich at that point. All right. Let's do our next snack. Let's do these. I thought these were interesting. Welcome back, Tom. I hope you didn't miss anything. I don't think so. Oh, so your death row meal. Your death row meal would be a Big Mac, 2 fries, and a large Coke. All right, that's fun. Onglet steak is what they call it in France and the UK. What do they call? What do we call an onglet steak? Do we call it a hanger steak? Do we just call it a hanger steak? We don't have another name for it. So I'm not sure about onglet. So maybe the question is all messed up. Don't worry about it. My last meal would be a bowl of rice and eat it 1 grain at a time. There you go. That would work. So I will tell you guys what my last meal would be fugu. All the fugu I could eat. I would just say, bring me a platter of fugu, because it's a win-win or a lose-lose, depending on how you look at it, right? The thing is, if the fugu doesn't kill me, at least I've had my fill of fugu. And if it does kill me, then, I've just cheated death, sort of, by making it happen earlier. There we go. Let's see. We call it the hanger steak, and also butcher steak is similar to a skirt steak. There's so many different terms. So I guess it's a deceptive question. So everybody got it wrong. Everybody got it right. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. There we go. All right, so these are, I didn't ask a question. Let me ask a question, and then we'll get started on this. So the question is, the cultivated garden strawberry, because apparently it was a wild fruit, the cultivated garden strawberry originated on which continent? Again, the cultivated garden strawberry originated on which continent? 7 possible answers here, and I think we can all rule out Antarctica. All right, so this is from Haldiram's. Haldiram's is the company, and these are roasted foxnuts. Now, I don't see anything special about it. There is a picture of a chili on there, so I guess there's chili in here. They don't say hot or spicy or anything like that. It just says magic Makhana roasted foxnuts. Now, magic Makhana would lead you to believe that they're like magic mushrooms, but they're not. So foxnuts are also called Makhana. That's the other name for them in India. And they're made by roasting the seeds of the, what is it called? Ferox, I think, is the name of the plant. It is a water lily. It's a type of water lily. And the one with the really, really big pads. And then these nuts kind of grow along the stem of the water lily, and they harvest them and they roast them. So I have never had foxnuts before. I don't know if you've had foxnuts before, but this is the first time giving it a try. I guess they're going to be a little bit spicy because there's a picture of a chili. And bear with me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, so the lily is also, the lily that they come from is called the prickly water lily or the Gorgon plant. And they're found in southern and eastern Asia. Haldiram's was founded in 1937, by Ganga Bishan Agarwal. Ganga Bishan Agarwal in Bikaner in India, and now they are headquartered in Nagpur. So Haldiram's Magic Makhana roasted foxnuts. Here we go. I would not eat them with a fox. I would not eat them in a box. Not in a box. Well, with a fox, not in a box. I'm just going to eat them out of the bag. They are native to North America. Oh, you're talking about the strawberries. Sorry. On the day that I did not bring scissors, that's okay. We'll just tear off a corner. Doesn't seem like there's much in this bag. Ooh, they're light and puffy. Like corn puffs. Let's get my ugly face out of the picture. Here we go. Let's try these. Really light and puffy. Like sugar snacks, you know, that light puffy, puffed rice. It makes me wonder, are the nuts smaller, but then they kind of puff up when they roast them? It's a nice blend of spices. There is some heat to it. I'm not sure what kind of chili they use. It's not consistent. Tastes like there's some vinegar in there. I guess we could look at the ingredients. Oh my God, that's tiny. Foxnuts, the main ingredient, of course. Let's see, cumin powder, coriander powder, red chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, dried mango powder, that's interesting, black pepper powder, nutmeg powder, cinnamon powder, spices extract, whatever that is, salt, yeast extract powder, maltodextrin, and acidity regulator, citric acid powder. Yeah, that's what I definitely taste the citric acid in there. These aren't that loud, are they? Are they loud? They're really light and airy. I would say, if you guys can relate to this, show of hands, who's had sugar smacks? That's the texture. It's the texture of sugar smacks. They do look like them. That's a really, really nice blend of spices. Fun texture. Brings some heat, but it's not crazy hot. I don't know that, like, if you don't like anything spicy, like hot heat, capsaicin spicy at all, you might not enjoy these, because they do have some heat to it. To a pepperhead, it would be a very, very mild heat, but it's still there. I'm gonna give that a thumbs up. Those are delicious. And again, with the texture and everything, it's really unique. How about unique? Let's call it unique instead of unique. Maybe this isn't a good idea if I'm stumbling over those words. All right, here we go. Let's go back to our card. The question was, the cultivated garden strawberry originated in which continent? So let's go back and see. Sometimes I lose track of these, and I have to go back and look. Let's see. Oh, okay. Janice says they're native to North America, but they were cultivated in Europe. Tom says continent of Quatanian. Am I pronouncing that right, Tom? Quatanian. Are those like dried chickpeas, wasabi peas? They're not as dense, Sonic, as chickpeas or wasabi peas. They're much, much lighter and puffier than chickpeas or wasabi peas. Let's see. Are there any other answers? If I missed your answer, throw it out there right now, because I only see two. I only see. Oh no, there they are. Ice Hands, who I neglected to welcome to the room. Welcome, Ice Hand. Ice Hand says North America. Scott says Asia. Rigo Rangel says Asia. Oh, there's a lot of them. There we go. I think that covered all of them. It is in fact Europe. I think Janice was the closest. So she says they were cultivated in Europe, but they were native to North America. That's true of a lot of things. Like, for instance, potatoes. Potatoes are from South America, more specifically Peru, but also in other places in South America. They were brought back to Europe by the Spanish, and so Ireland is known for their potatoes, but potatoes are from South America, originally from South America. So the correct answer is, in fact, Europe. Europe is where they were cultivated, but like Janice says, they probably are from North America. So Janice, you got that right. Nobody else did. That's okay. Janice, take 5 points. Take whatever you want. That's all right. It doesn't matter anymore. Hi, dude. How you doing? No, you can't have that. That's spicy. That's spicy, and you wouldn't like it. And we're gonna pace you on your snacks. You have still food in your bowl? Huh? You have food in your bowl? You can go check. I gave you some food. I don't know if I can give you anything here, Doodle, because stuff has onions in it and it has garlic in it and everything, and that's bad for you. So I don't think I can do that, dude. I'm sorry. But you can hang out with us. How's that? Does that sound like fun? Does that sound like fun? What do you mean no? All right. Doodle, everybody, the Prince of Dogness. Looks like I scrolled off the thing here. There we go. I'll take all the points. Take them, Adam. They're there. The jar's open. Not paying attention. Hey, it's REA Junior Music. Bob is in the room. Welcome, Bob. Good to see you again. Well, not see you, but kind of see you. To see you that you're in the room. Welcome, Bob. Big plans this Labor Day weekend, or are you busy with work? Because I think weekends is your busy time, I think, for work, right? So other than that, any big plans for this weekend? Labor Day weekend? All right. So we do beverage, since we have 6 snacks. Beverage, snack, snack, snack. We've done 2 snacks already. A lot of fingers going up there. We've done 2 snacks already. Time for our 3rd snack. Let's do this. You can prop that up so you guys can see that while I yap about it. Okay. Let's ask a question. The question is, Kingfisher, and a kingfisher is a bird, for those who don't know. Kingfisher Beer, and it's not made from kingfishers, that's just the name of the beer. Kingfisher Beer originates from what country? Again, the question, Kingfisher Beer originates from what country? This is not Kingfisher Beer. But it is tasty. All the young dudes. That's right. This dude is 3 years old, so he is a young dude. All right. So we have something a little unusual today. If you remember, and if you don't remember, it's okay because I'll remind you. We did a Hammond's. Hammond's is a candy company, Hammond's Candies, and we did one before, which was the chicken and waffles. They did a chicken and waffle candy bar. It wasn't great. It was not great. So we're going to do a new one here. Hammond's Candies, actually they were founded in 1920 by Carl Hammond, so it's not just a catchy name. And they are headquartered in Denver, Colorado. So we are going to do the Hammond's Pigs and Taters. So it is milk chocolate with bacon flavored bits and potato chips. So I guess they're kind of doing the Reese's route, where they're putting different things in there. Bacon and potato chips sounds really good. Now, I don't know if you guys had it, but you remember we tried the Reese's cups with potato chips in it. Now correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. I might have missed this. But has Reese's ever done bacon? Has Reese's ever put bacon in their peanut butter cup? See, I think they're missing the boat on that one. I think they should do a bacon Reese's cup. I think maybe that would be the next good one. They did pretzels. They did potato chips. What else have they done? They've done all kinds of interesting ones, but I don't think they've done bacon. So if one of you guys can correct me if they've done bacon before, I have not heard that. Val, are you brave enough to eat that? I have that. Of course I'm going to eat that. Why would I? Oh, what you mentioned. Fire's Gold, same peanut butter jelly bacon sandwich inside jalapeno. Inside jalapeno? How do you put a sandwich inside a jalapeno? Oh, add inside jalapeno, spicy pepperoni, Pocky chips. You're making this up because nobody serves this. Horseradish sauce and tapatio inside the French bread fried loaf sandwich. It's a weird combination. It is a weird combination. I don't know. Let's see, peanut butter, jelly, bacon sandwich. Maybe not. It's just that the choice of meat is a little bit weird with that. You've got bacon already. You're adding pepperoni. That's kind of weird. Everything else maybe would be okay. Yeah, I mean, it would be a hot sandwich. The horseradish sauce is usually it's a creamy sauce or a cream sauce. That would kind of give it a different flavor. I mean, obviously, I would try it, Sonic. I've tried everything, and I will try. I mean, I have not tried everything, obviously. It's time to give up if you've tried everything. But I would try everything. I would definitely try that sandwich. It just sounds like a really odd combination. The other question is, you said Pocky chips inside. Which Pocky chips? Are you talking about the one chip challenge chips? Or are you talking about one of their other chips? And they have a bunch of different ones. My favorite, which of course is the haunted ghost pepper chips. Those are really, really good, but hot. Oh, on vacation, Bob. Cool. Nice long weekend for you. So good. Yes, Sonic, I would eat that, but I'd have to find somebody who's going to make that. It's a little bit complicated. You put it in French bread, and then fry the whole thing. Yeah, it's a bit complicated. It's a bit. There's a lot going on there, but sure, I would eat it. Why not? I want to use Pocky Ghost chips to bread some chicken for a hot chicken sandwich. That's a great idea. That is a great idea, and you can find them pretty much everywhere. Where was I? Yes, it was a 7-Eleven. It was at 7-Eleven. They have them at 7-Eleven, AM/PM, which I think is only out in Southern California. The AM/PMs and everything, but I see them everywhere. You can find those Pocky Ghost chips everywhere, and they're dangerous. They are dangerous. So, like, if you're just going down the chip aisle and you go, oh, these are in the regular grocery store. How hot can they possibly be? They could be possibly hot. They're really, really, really hot. Even when Julie and I were eating them, it was like we would take 3 of them and go like, okay, gotta take a break, But then the thing was, 10, 15 minutes later, we're like, I want some more of that. So they're really addictive, but they are really, really hot as well. So there you go. Reese's might not want to reduce their marketing, i.e. kosher, Jews, Muslims, Mormons. Maybe, but they wouldn't have to eat that particular Reese's cup. And the question is, do we, I don't think Reese's cups are vegan because there's milk in it, right? I don't know. It's hard to say, Isian. It's hard to say. I don't know that. Maybe they have thought about that before and just thought against it. And maybe they've done it before, and maybe they've done it before, and it was a while back, and I just didn't realize it done it. So it's interesting. Somebody do a search on that. Somebody see if Reese's ever put bacon in their peanut butter cup. Somebody check that out for me. There we go. But Pocky Ghost chips are also at $5 Below. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. All right, so let's go ahead and open up this Hammond's Pigs and Taters. I want to say pigs and tatties, and I know where your mind is going on the word tatties, but tatties are potatoes that are served with haggis on Burns night. Tatties and neeps. The tatties being potatoes, the neeps being turnips. They have the one chip at $5 Below. I have not seen it at $5 Below. I've actually not seen it anywhere in a store. I bought mine online. Eli. Smells like bacon. I mean, it really does smell like bacon. Oh, it's melting all over the place. I forgot it's 101 degrees out. Yeah, that's going to be problematic. Look at that. Look at that. Melting all over the place. I'm just going to take a bite of it then. Can I? Yeah, it doesn't want to break off. I'm going to take a bite of it. Look at the texture of the chips right off the bat. Really crunchy. Not getting the saltiness of the chips though. The chocolate's pretty good. It's not that pukey Hershey's chocolate. The bacon is really, really fine and crumbled. You get that mostly as an aftertaste. Maybe it's like as the oils come off. That's a really nice combination. The chocolate, the chips, and the bacon. Really nice combination together. You can kind of see if I can do this without getting my big fat ugly head in the way. You see that? Those red spots there, that's bacon. That was really good. I wasn't crazy about the chicken and waffles one. That one's really good. That's a thumbs up. They do have some other ones. They're relatively normal. But like I said, that and the chicken and waffle ones were a little bit unusual, so I decided to try that. Will ever see you attempt the rest of the peanut brudel? Sure, Eli, I will do that. Not sure how. I don't know if I should do it in an episode or do it on a live stream. I think it was a wise move for me not to do it on the Ring of Fire 5000 because just the two Pocky one-chip challenges that I did resulted in really, really strong capsaicin cramps. And if you've never eaten enough capsaicin to get capsaicin cramps, it's not pleasant, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just, I mean, you can drink Pepto-Bismol. There's just nothing you can do about it. And once it gets far enough in so that it won't come out either end until it's ready, it's just hours of misery. Now, I will say that this last time wasn't as bad as when I had them before, when I did the Carolina Reaper ball challenge at Salvador Molly's. That was 4 hours of intense pain that did not subside whatsoever. This was a little bit different. This was, I think I had like 2 waves of it, and the waves lasted about 5 minutes apiece. So ironically, for those who don't know, by the way, I will tell you that I've been working on a project with Tom where Tom is doing some like old time radio shows, or the equivalent of old time radio shows that he's going to put on YouTube. So he'll have some graphics to go along with it, but he's making it sound like an old time radio show and everything, which is it's been a lot of fun for me to do that with Tom. Yeah, I mean, now I forgot what the point was of that. There we go. Never mind. But so guys, look for that. I think he already put up a sneak preview, which is just kind of the commercial and everything. But there you go. Oh no, we were talking about capsaicin cramps, and I don't know how it led to that the thing about. Oh, I know why. I know why. Thank you. So when I was working with Tom, when I was doing voices with Tom, during that point, I don't know if he noticed it or not because I didn't say anything, but I had to get up and walk around. That's because I had the capsaicin cramps. It was the same day. I had these capsaicin cramps, and basically it's this really, really sharp stabbing pain like everywhere in your abdomen. And you get up and walk it off. You try to walk it off. So they lasted about 5 minutes, and then there was a pause, and there was about a half an hour, and then it came back again for about another 5 minutes, and then they were gone. So I got lucky on that one. But if I had done the peanut brudel challenge that same day, it would have been Salvador Molly's all over again. 4 hours of intense pain. So it was wise of me, in hindsight, it was wise of me not to eat that peanut brudel challenge, and we ran out of time. So we will do it at some point again. I'm anticipating it's going to be really, really hot because I did there's 3 of them in there, and they get progressively hotter, and I ate the number 1, and I couldn't even finish that. So they are going to be progressively hotter. I might just take a bite of it and not be able to eat more than that, but we'll do it anyways. So I have them, might as well eat them. That's going to happen. So yeah, at some point in time. A long way of answering a very short question. So there you go. All right. So the chocolate bar is sitting here melting. It's like I have the air conditioning on. I have the fan on. My chocolate bar is still melting. So there you go. That is really good. All right. So we are going to do our, let's see, we did snack. We got 3 snacks left. Time for our soft drink. I have seen this in several stores. I've seen this brand in several stores. It's a little bit unusual. It's a little bit strange, but it intrigued me, and so I picked it up. So what this is, well, actually, let's read a card first. I never did answer that question, did I, about Kingfisher Beer? I did not answer that question. Kingfisher Beer originates from which country? Did you guys even answer that? Yes, you did, because Miguel Rangel said India, and Janice Yamanaka said India, and I think Miguel said Asia, but I don't know if that was in regards to the last question about the strawberries. Seems to be it. I apologize if I missed it. Kingfisher Beer does, in fact, originate from India. So everybody got it right, so nobody gets any points. I put the lid back on the jar. I dare you to stick your hands in there. Maybe you could do what Matt does, take a bite, chew it, but don't swallow as you get the heat, but don't get the cramps. Yeah, maybe. I'll spit it out. Sure. I'd have to give myself a time, a time limit. So like maybe 60 seconds. I don't 30 seconds. I don't know what ice hand. If you think of a good timeline, a good time period of how long to chew on it, or how long to keep it in my mouth. Maybe that sounds sensible. I anticipate I will be experiencing pain, but at least it's pain that I'll be able to alleviate and not have to worry about it coming back later. So that's actually an excellent idea, ice hand. So I guess I'll leave it for you guys to decide what's a good time. Remember, there's two of them. And if I'm going to do it that way, I might be able to do both of them, right? So it's like just bite it, chew it until I finish that. Spit it out and keep it in my mouth for a certain amount of time. Yeah, that would work. I'm eating Haagen-Dazs green mint ice cream. That sounds good. Haagen-Dazs, I always liked Haagen-Dazs ice cream. I don't know if it's like the best ice cream or anything, but I always liked Haagen-Dazs. I always used to get the little things of Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream. I just finished one of those. Had a Subway Italian sandwich for lunch. I got a second sub for tonight. So I will give you a preview. Hang on one second. Let me bring this up. And you say, what's this, Val? This is my episode list. So I will tell you that thing does not want to move. Bear with me one second. I got to find a place. There we go. All right. So you're talking about Italian sandwiches. Now, I will give you the benefit of the doubt when you say Italian sandwiches and not Italian subs, because I would never get. Well, I take that back. I used to go to Subway and I used to get an Italian sub at Subway, but I used to tell them how to make it. So I used to tell them, use the same meats that you would use this bread, put this on it, chop the vegetables, whatever. And so it was a close approximation to an actual Italian sub. The Italian sub, which in fact was invented in, I want to say 1902, 1905, somewhere around there in Portland, Maine. And the reason I say this is because while I was visiting Trippy Food East, Julie and I went to Portland, Maine. We filmed a bunch of things there. Well, one of the things we filmed at Amado's. And Amado's was the place that invented the Italian sub. So we got the original Italian sub, the way they invented it. And I think, like, most people post pictures of Italian subs, and I go like, dude, I'm seeing lettuce in there. That's not an Italian sub. So that's kind of, it is. I asked them to customize my Subway Italian sandwich. Well, that would work, Sonic. That would work. I have had Bluebell since I was a kid. Bluebell, I think usually the Bluebell or Blue Bunny was really popular in Texas. Maybe it was Blue Bunny. It was really popular in Texas, but I never really found a big deal of it. Yeah. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Bluebell vanilla. I like vanilla ice cream when it's like vanilla bean, when it has the ground up vanilla beans in it, has little black specks in it. I like those vanilla ice creams, but just straight ahead vanilla, that's not so much. Especially if it's artificial vanilla flavoring. Val, the original Italian hoagie or sub has to be right. Yes, it does. You're correct, Sonic. And the thing is just call it an Italian sandwich otherwise. But the original was not called a hoagie. It was called the Italian sub. So, and the reason it was called Italian, the thing was that what was on the original Italian sub was actually ham and what kind of cheese? I want to say like American cheese or something. Ham and American cheese on a sub roll. That was the original Italian sub. The reason that it was called an Italian sub was because I think his name was Giovanni Amato, was Italian. So he named the sandwich the Italian sub after his home country. It wasn't because of the meats that was in it. So what we know as an Italian sub today, with the Italian meats and cheeses in it, they'll still do it there. But the original Italian sub from Amato's was ham and cheese. So go figure. Hey, Topher QZ. Welcome, Topher. Glad to see you. You could make it. Glad you could join us today. Joshua Maxwell, I don't know that I welcomed you to the room, but welcome, Joshua. Always good to see you in here. Open here for a minute, but that's okay. You can catch the playback later on. All right, so we are going to drink this Olipop orange cream. Now, Olipop hasn't been around that long as a company. They were founded in 2018 by Ben Goodwin and David Lester in Oakland, California. And so the thing that it is Olipop orange cream sparkling tonic, but it lists that it has prebiotics, botanicals, and plant fiber. So a lot of unusual things in there, I guess, is why they just don't call it a soda. It supports digestive health. It has probiotics, it has botanicals, it has plant fiber, and it's orange cream flavor. It's non-GMO. Is it vegan? Who knows? Plant-powered, microbiome approved, whatever that means. We're just going to try it. Well, it looks orange. It has an unusual smell that I can't quite place. Smells like orange peels. That's what it is. It smells like orange peels, but maybe not as sharp. It's like the underlying smell of orange peels without that sharpness. Cheers. It looks like only slightly effervescent. Doesn't look. There's some bubbles in there, but not a lot of bubbles. I didn't read a card. You guys mad at me? Ooh, that's a weird taste. I don't think there's sugar in there. I'm not. Oh no, I take that back. I'm tasting an artificial sweetener, and I don't like it. Let's see. Chicory root, cassava root, Jerusalem artichoke, nopal cactus, calendula flower, kudzu root, marshmallow root, slippery elm bark, clementine juice concentrate, cassava root. There's some weird stuff in here. Mandarin juice, well, I mean, that's obvious. Apple juice, that's weird. Lemon juice, that's weird. Let's see, stevia leaf. That's what I'm tasting, and I don't like it. I don't like that chemical taste of stevia. Himalayan pink salt. That's interesting. Natural dark vanilla flavor, orange extract. I wish they had not put that stevia in it. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of ruins it for me. As it is, it tastes like you definitely taste orange or whatever in it, and man, if they had, maybe they should have put honey or something in it. I don't know, but the stevia just ruins this drink for me. It's an interesting drink. It really is. I'm not getting any of the creaminess. So, well, there's a little bit on the aftertaste, a little bit of the creaminess and everything. So, I can see where they're going with orange cream on it. There's a lot of strange things in there, but they do say there are botanicals in there. That makes perfect sense. I don't know. I'm going to give it a thumbs in the middle. It's not terrible, but they ruined it with the artificial sweetener. But it's a really unique and interesting drink, and that's why we're going upwards. The stevia, we're going downwards. So I'm going to put flat in the middle. I would love to try this if they had put like either a natural sweetener or no sweetener at all. Yeah, that just kind of ruins it for me. So there we go. I'm not going to answer the question because I didn't ask one. It is not a nice soda, Sonic. And there's the other thing is it doesn't have a lot of effervescence in it. So it has a slight amount of effervescence, but if you're expecting it to be a carbonated beverage, it is not. Although they do call it sparkling tonic. It just sparkles. It slightly sparkles. I guess like the vampires, right? Just slightly sparkles. Italian cold pasta, macaroni shells, lots of Italian dressing and mayonnaise. Italian cold pasta. You're saying Italian cold pasta and macaroni shells. Are you saying that's the same thing, or are you talking about some other kind of pasta as well? Like what kind of pasta? Because macaroni shells are pasta. Lots of Italian dressing and mayonnaise, olives, and green and black chopped lettuce, tomatoes, cubes of cheddar, and Swiss cheese, grilled chicken, pepperoni. Yeah, you're essentially talking about a macaroni salad. Really, that's essentially a macaroni salad, which is good. Who doesn't love a macaroni salad? I like mine a little bit light on the mayonnaise, but that's really what you're describing, Sonic. And mustard sauce. Well, mustard in it, same thing. Yeah. I would eat that on a hot day like today. That would be very refreshing on a day like today. What else would be what else would be in there? Maybe pickles. Some people put pickles in their macaroni salad. I think carrots. You could put carrots in there too. But yeah, either way, it actually sounds pretty good. Now I want some, and I'm gonna make some. So yeah, thumbs down on that. But let's see if we can save it. Cheers. It's funny usually when I mix the soft drink in with a beer, it brings out more of that beer essence. It's not always a good thing. The prominent flavor in here still is lemon, the lemonade from the shandy. There's a hint of that stevia. The orange kind of disappears. It's not great. I'm definitely taste citrusy. I'm in the middle. It's not horrible, but it's not great. And the stevia ruins again. All right. So let's see. We did beverage, snack time for 3. We have 3. Had you scared there for a second? You thought, oh, Val's losing it. He only put up 2 fingers, and it's 3. I was just slow. Honest. All right. How are we doing on time? We got an hour. We got 3 snacks. So we did 2 beverages and 3 snacks in 1 hour. We've got 3 snacks left. In the other hour, we got this. No problem. Hey, Joe Ziller has just entered the room. Welcome, Joe. Good to see you. Did I miss anybody else while I was busy yapping? And I didn't read a card? All right. So I'm going to read a card before we do our next snack. Okay. The question is, what? Seriously? Seriously? I didn't know people ate this. All right, sorry about that. The question is, flying fish. Flying fish is the national dish in which Caribbean country? Again, flying fish is the national dish in which Caribbean country? I didn't know people ate flying fish, but now I want to. So, has anybody ever seen a flying fish, like out in the wild? Been off the coast and everything, and you've seen a flying fish? I'm trying to remember. I think it was Claudia and I had gone on a cruise to Mexico. So we left. I think it left. It left Florida, went down the coast of Florida, stopped at Key West, and then went to Cozumel, and then back, and Fort Lauderdale or something like that. There was a couple of other places, and at one point in time, the ship was in the Gulf of Mexico, and we saw flying fish jumping out of the water next to the ship and everything. So they're kind of interesting. I've never really seen flying fish before, but that fish is very popular. They're flying off the shelves. There we go. Sorry I'm late. Well, we have an hour left, Grub Warp, so you just missed some stuff. You can catch and playback, and the rest of it, we're here for you. So there we go. No, only on TV. The funny thing is, Joe, I haven't seen them on TV. I've only seen them, in person, flying fish. But there's really, really strange. They don't actually fly, so they don't have wings. They actually fly. They have very, very long fins. What do you call these fins? Pectoral fins? They have long fins, where their arms would be. They have very, very long fins. And so what they do is they swim very, very fast, and they leave the surface of the water, and then they kind of glide on their fins. So that's why they call them flying fish, because you'll see them glide out of the water for a few, maybe 100 yards. Actually, can glide for a long time on that, just over the surface of the water and then back in. Boom. So there we go. They glide. Joe, is essentially what they do. They glide instead of fly. All right, so let's do our next snack. I read the question already. Let's get into the snack. So these are. I saw this. It says pure protein puffs. I thought that was the product. The company is actually called, or the product line is called Pure Protein. So they have other snacks as well. Again, the product line is called Pure Puffs. It is owned by the Nature Bounty Company. The Nature Bounty Company was founded in 1971 by Arthur Rudolph, and it is headquartered in Ronkonkoma, New York. Let's see, are they still made there? No, now they are made, and they're made in Bayport, New York, and they're made by Worldwide Sport Nutritional Supplements. So it's another one of those things where, you know, the company gets bought by, gets started by somebody, then bought by somebody else. These poppable savory puffs are high in protein, have 1 gram of sugar, and irresistibly tasty and crunchy. So feel free to indulge with all the guilt and try our other puffalacious flavors, nacho cheese and scorching hot. I missed the scorching hot. I should have got that. Did not see that though. Ingredients: milk, protein, pizza seasoning, tomato powder, salt, cheddar cheese. Oh, they got everything that would be in a pizza, so that's good. Garlic powder, yeast, natural flavors, paprika, salt, sugar, onion powder, canola oil, paprika extract, citric acid. Again, citric acid. It shows up in everything. Silicon dioxide, sodium phosphates, sunflower oil. I have a funny feeling these actually taste like pizza. It seems like they have everything that you would have in pizza. So let's give this a shot. Okay, Eli. That is funny, but I'm going to kind of let it go. But not like the carp that jump out of the water and injure people. Is that carp? I've seen that, like where people were out fishing on boats and the fish come up and like smack them in the head. They jump out of the water and smack them in the head. Big, huge fish. And like people get injured from these big fish jumping out of the water and smacking them in the head. I've actually seen that. That's kind of fun. How is Doodle is doing fine. He was here a while ago. And Claudia got home and she's in resting. And so my guess is he likes to be with her, so he's probably in there. Let's see if we can get him out here. Doodle, come here, Doodle. No? Nope, no Doodle. So he's chilling in there. And I guess maybe that's like the huge slide in Michigan's. I've been to Michigan's. Talking about different. I'm not sure what that reference was to. Was that to the flying fish or the fish that jump out and injure people? Asia carp. Right, old guy. Flying fish, Asia. Oh, yes. I think flying fish, I don't know that flying fish are specific to the Caribbean. I think they're probably all over the world. And like I said, Bob, I've seen them in the Gulf of Mexico. Rattle a snack bag that works to calm my cat. Let's try it. Oh, no, I know it'll work. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food. Nope, it's not going to work. All right, he's chilling. He's done. Wait, I take that back. Do I hear his little feet? I do not hear his little feet. All right, maybe he'll be back later, maybe not. All right, so they actually look pretty good. They look like popcorn shrimp. Place to take the kids. In Colorado, Tom? Oh, those are crunchy. Well, Joe, I have his treats here. You know, so maybe like I open the bag and he'll smell them and come out for a treat. I doubt it though, because like when Claudia's here, he's like totally devoted to being with her. Let's wave that around a little bit. See if that works. It probably won't. Wow, these are interesting. I don't know if they completely hit the mark on pizza flavor, but they're probably the closest to anything I've had so far. It's supposed to be pizza flavored. Really interesting texture. I expected them to be like Cheetos, but they're a lot denser than Cheetos, a lot crunchier than Cheetos. I'm talking about the puffy Cheetos, not the. I guess it's the baked Cheetos, the really kind of curly ones. Do you have any WeGo main shows planned with Matt? I don't know if no, the last time Matt and I got together, we filmed a bunch of stuff here, and he still has to put some of those episodes out. There were a lot. We did a lot of meme cuisines. We didn't do it on the main show. So I think Matt's talking about it again. There's plenty of stuff planned. Probably going to be some more LA stuff because you just never run out of LA stuff. There'll probably be some more LA stuff. the last time we went and did that, we never got to half the stuff that was on the list. So when Matt's ready, he'll ask me to do it, and we'll do it over. We'll do it again soon. These are pretty good. Unusual texture, nice seasoning. It's the pizza flavor. Give me a thumbs up. These are really good. And I guess they're supposed to be good for you. I mean, I suppose. It says without all the guilt. I don't feel guilty, but do not use a bag is torn open. Yep, I didn't. No, I was being sarcastic. The fish that jump off your boat and hurt people, and the giant slide that opened and okay. I get it, Tom. I get it now. I know what you're talking about that giant slide. I did see the video of that. So it was, I don't remember where it was, but they opened this giant slide. It was like a family ride. And they had to change, they did something to it, change it, maybe put something down, everything, because people were like, it was one of those ones that kind of goes like this, right? And what was happening was people would hit that bump and then would just go flying up in the air. So people were like flying up in the air and then coming down hard and everything. I did see that. So I wasn't sure how it tied all in, Tom, but now it all makes sense. I wanted to see Chelada Val meet his stepson, Chris. Well, that's right, because Chelada Val in Vegas, Chris wasn't on that trip with us. Now, Chris was with us in San Francisco, Legal Main Show. And I don't remember us doing like having any specific drinking episode. I do remember that we stopped at Trader Vic's. We just stopped at Trader Vic's, the oldest Trader Vic's, which is, I think, in Emeryville. And they're the ones that invented, or it's said that they invented the Mai Tai. And so Matt and Chris got Mai Tais. I was driving, so I got a coffee in a skull mug, which was pretty cool. You can check out that episode. It's on Reckless Eating. But Chris and Matt got one of the original Mai Tais at Trader Vic's, and Chris's was gone in about 2 seconds. I can't say chug it because I think it was, I want to say he was drinking out of a straw or something, but it's just like it just disappeared. So yeah, I think that's really about the only serious alcohol we had on that trip. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the hotel room, and this was probably in the morning, I think we did a Four Loko or something like that. We tested a Four Loko or drank a Four Loko. So there you go. Michigan, that's where the slide was. Okay. Because you said Michigan's, I thought Michigan's was a place. It sounds like one of those old timey places with a little piano player with a striped shirt, and the straw hat. Welcome to Michigan's. That's what I thought you meant when you said Michigan's. So you meant the state of Michigan's. And that's where the slide is. And it all comes together now. Have you ever been to Burning Man, Val? I have not been to Burning Man. Not that I wouldn't go. I just haven't been. I have also not been to Coachella. Is that where Warren Zevon used to shop? At Michigan? In which place, Bob? Oh, Trader Vic's. No, it's a bar. So that's why he saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect. There you go. I got that, Bob. It took me a minute, but we got it. All right. Again, thumbs up on that. Really good. I guess it's supposed to be good for you. I guess that's a +2. But taste-wise, really good. Nice texture. Like that one. All right. So the question was, flying fish is the national dish in which Caribbean country? I don't know if people even answered that. Let's see. Miguel Rangel said Barbados. Janice Yamanaka said Barbados. Barbados potatoes. Those look like the only guesses. I apologize if I missed anybody else's, but I'm scrolling up and down and I'm not seeing any of the guesses. Janice Yamanaka and Miguel Rangel both said Barbados, and it is in fact Barbados. So 100 points to each one of you. I guess we're not keeping track. So there we go. And I scroll all the way off the screen. Let's see. Forgot to say kumquat. That would have been the correct answer, Tom. You missed it. But you got your canoe. Hey, it's Doodle, the Prince of Darkness. Everybody, Doodle is back. It's Doodle. Look, Doodle, they're over there. They're over there, Doodle. Look. No, you're down there behind the box. They can't see you. They can't see. There you go. There you go. Yeah, now they can see you. You want a snack? Is that why you're here? You're going to say hi? Going to wave? Can you wave to people? That was something. Oh, you know what it was? It was that that cheesy powder from those brick oven pizza puffs. And he's gone, just like that. Hang on. Thought he was going to go eat his food, but apparently not. Oh, I forgot that I had this wonderful Santa Monica Brew Works Shandy. I should have some more of that. That is really good. All right, let's see. We got some 2 hot ones left. Let's do this one next. Can you sit there? Close enough. There we go. All right, let's read a card. Oh, do we have like 3 cards left? All right. The Hunter region is famous for wine production. Where is it? The Hunter region is famous for wine production. Where is it? Where is the Hunter wine region? Where is it? You can be very general. Go big. You don't have to be very, very specific on that one. All right, today we are trying Trader Joe's chili and garlic cashews. I'm not going to get into the whole thing about Trader Joe's. We beat that horse to death. Trader Joe's of Pasadena, California, 1967. Right? Joe Columbe, I think it is. These are chili and garlic cashews. Let's see. Cashews, salt, chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, lime powder, cane sugar. I don't know why they put sugar in there. Onion oil resin, garlic oil resin, capsicum oil resin, contains contains cashew. It better contain cashew. Oh my God, seriously? That's crazy talk. All right. Kind of looks like the Taco Bell dog. A little bit, because the Taco Bell dog was in fact a Chihuahua, and we think he's a Chihuahua. I mean, he pretty much looks like a Chihuahua. I don't know if he's anything else, but I think he's Chihuahua. Did the Taco Bell dog have a name? I remember the Taco Bell dog is like, Yo quiero Taco Bell. But did he have a name? I don't know if he's open. Anybody? Did the Taco Bell dog have a name? Cashews. They look like cashews. They must be cashews. There we go. Gidget? I don't think so. Would have been a Mexican name. Well, you could be right. Dinky. That sounds like it could be right. Gizmo. Taco Bell dog. Oh, you mean Dinky is a Taco Bell dog? Yeah. Could be right. It was Gidget. Oh, so the Taco Bell dog was a girl dog or a boy dog? Oh, wow. Those actually have some heat. They're dry. And they taste coated. Everything tastes coated. It says there's sugar in there. I don't taste a lot of sugar. It's not really sweet. That's okay. Chili and garlic. I'm getting both. It says there's lime powder in there. That's not really strong. Taco Bell has released the name of the Chihuahua's dog. The company uses the television commercials. The dog's name is Dinky. I was going to say, kind of an odd name for a Chihuahua, but we have one named Doodle. So there you go. The more you eat of these, so when you first eat them, you're going to get the chili flavor. You get the garlic flavor. The more you eat them, the more they taste like cashews. They have a nice level of spice. They're not crazy. And I know what you're thinking. No, I don't. I'm making that up. But you're thinking, Trader Joe's is not known for being heavy on the spices on the stuff that they say that they're spicy. Like for instance, their ghost pepper chips, they're not hot at all. You're not even close to ghost pepper. They're not even like, they're barely jalapeno hot, the ghost pepper chips. However, they do, I think we tried those, the Thai chilies with sesame seeds. Those are hot. There's no two ways about that. Those are like blazing hot. These are kind of somewhere in the middle. So again, they're not excruciatingly hot, and they're not mind-numbingly mild. There's a nice level of heat there. There is some garlic flavor in there. You don't forget you're eating cashews. It's not like anything's hiding the flavor of the cashews and everything. It's a thumbs up. Maybe not an enthusiastic thumbs up, but a thumbs up nonetheless. So there we go. Yo quiero Taco Bell. That's right, Miguel. Yo quiero Taco Bell. All right. Yeah, thumbs up, I think, on that one. All right, we're down to our last one. Oh, let's read our card, our question. The Hunter region is famous for wine production. Where is it? And the guesses were, let's see. Ice Hand said Australia. No, Ice Hand said California. Miguel Rangel said Australia. Janice Yamanaka said Australia. Bob, RAA Junior Music, said Australia. I think that was it. Almost everybody said Australia. It is, in fact, Australia. But which country? Australia is a continent. Which country? What? Australia is a country too? Next, you're going to be telling me Australia is a state, a city. It's not a state. There's, let's see, they got North, South Wales. Yeah, they do have states in Australia. And they definitely have cities, but I don't know a city named Australia. So yes, the correct answer is in fact Australia. So almost everybody got it right. As far as I'm concerned, everybody got it right. Tom, did you answer that question? I didn't see anything about kumquats in there. I want to go to a concert at Red Rocks. Somebody I know was just at Red Rocks. Oh, they were touring Red Rocks, but they had to leave because they had to close it for a concert. But they actually didn't go to a concert at Red Rocks. But they went to Red Rocks just to take a tour of the place. It looks like an interesting place to see a concert, though. Outdoor concerts, though, the sound isn't always that great. We meant, again, indoor concerts, depends on the size. Like arenas, big places like that. I've never really, I've been going to concerts ever since, I think the first concert I ever went to was 1975? 1975 was the first concert I went to. And the thing about concerts is, if it's too loud, it's like you can't hear anything. It's the opposite of back in the Beatles days. Back in the Beatles days, when you went and so many people were screaming, you couldn't even hear the music because it wasn't amplified. Then the opposite happened, where it was amplified so loud that you couldn't hear the music because your ears were ringing because it was just nothing but like this loud assault. So I want to go to a Notice concert. I'd like to make that happen, Eli. So we'll try to get the band back together. One of the best concerts I saw at Red Rocks was U2. Oh, that's right, Tom. You're in Colorado, so you're. I don't know how far away you are from Red Rocks, but I've seen U2 3 times now. 3 times I've seen them. I liked them the most the first time. I think it was back 80. I want to say 82, maybe after the October album. They played in a small place, which was the Orpheum Theater in Boston. That was a great show. A lot of energy, very raw sounding. And then the next time I saw him was on the, what is the album that Bad was on? Not Joshua Tree, it was much earlier than that. War, maybe? I can't remember the name of that album. But then I saw them on that tour, and I was less enthusiastic about them because Bono was just like full of himself, and I just didn't like him that much. And then the other time I saw them was at the Obama inaugural concert on at Lincoln Memorial. Saw them there. They did like one song or things like that. So they were pretty good. They were okay. How about Aerosmith? The music hall almost lost my hearing. Yeah, but Bob, I don't remember if you went to that one with us. Do you remember the Going for the One tour, the Yes concert for Going for the One tour? I don't know if you went to that one with us or not. That was at Boston Garden. And it was one of the first concerts I remember where they had the big speakers above the stage, like hanging above the stage. Well, I was in the balcony, sort of in the front row of the balcony, and the speakers were like right in front of me. And I got a massive headache, and my ears were ringing for 2 days with the speakers hanging. I mean, like seriously ended up with a massive headache from that one. But Yeah, Aerosmith was pretty loud at the music hall. You're absolutely right. They've always been a loud band. But my high school's marching band was in the inaugural parade in 2009. The inaugural parade in Washington D.C. And I think we saw the inaugural parade. Yeah, we did, because we couldn't get onto the what do you call that? The ellipse. We couldn't get on there to see the inauguration, so we went to the parade route. We watched the parade instead. So we probably saw that marching band, and didn't even know it. Welcome, Kaylee. By the way, I did not welcome you to the live stream. Did not see you sneak in, but welcome. Yes, I was there at yeah. No, not the round stage. The round stage was I want to say Tormato. It was a Tormato tour. Was the round stage. But the other one was the kind of like diamond shaped stage. The Going for the One was a different one. So that was the year before. I think it was almost exactly a year before. It was the Going for the One tour at Boston Garden. But I was at both of those, the Tormato one and the Going for the One. And the Tormato one, I think I was on the floor for the Tormato one. I think I might actually have pictures of that, of the Tormato one. I have pictures of both, but the other one, really can't see. Yeah, the round stage was definitely Tormato tour. And then, yes, I've seen, how many times did I see? I might have seen them one other time, was the Union tour. I think it was in, I want to say like very early 90s, maybe, or late 80s, maybe 1990, I think it was. The Union tour, where they had like 8 members of the band, like 2 drummers, 2 keyboard players, 2 guitarists, 1 bass player, 1 singer. You take off, time ready for tonight. Teriyaki chicken with fried rice on the menu and peach dessert. That sounds awesome. So for those who don't know, Tom, old guy in Colorado, as you know him in the chat, does a live stream, usually 2 hours after ours ends. So he is just telling you that tonight he is doing a live stream. Actually, I'm sorry. He starts an hour earlier now, so he's changed the time. So now it's 4 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Mountain time. And he usually does a live stream where he actually cooks a dish, and it's a lot of fun, and it's pretty cool. So check out his live stream, 4 p.m. Pacific tonight. He's going to make teriyaki chicken with fried rice and a peach dessert. So sounds like fun. Sounds good. Yes, Jared, you are late. No, you're not that late. We haven't had another half hour to go, and then whatever you didn't catch, you can catch in the playback. So there you go. Tom, see you later on the stream, and have a great day. Tom is a great cook. He is a great cook. Bob, I don't know if you know this or not. Tom used to have a restaurant. He used to own a restaurant. So I think he said like for 25 years or something like that. He used to have a restaurant. So yeah, he knows his way around a kitchen. He's done stuff like we do a lot of stuff where we cook together, and so some surprising things happen to me that don't happen to him. We were I think it was when we were making the strawberry tacos, and I was whipping the cream, and I hadn't been whipping. He had a blender, not a blender. What do you call that? A mixer. He had a mixer. He was making his whipped cream in the mixer. I was doing it by hand with a whisk, and I said to him, "Mine is like turning to cheese." And he says, "Well, how is that possible?" He says, "You're doing it by hand. How is that possible?" And I'm like, "Look at it." And I picked it up, and it was like cheese curds. And I don't know how that happened, but for some reason, while I was doing it, it turned into cheese curds. So I whipped it too much. There we go. All right, our last snack. So let's read a card. How many do we got left? We got 2 left. I mean, I might as well read the other one today, too. Val makes an impressive homemade salsa. Thank you, Bob. Haven't done that in a while. I need to do that again soon. I had that. Here we go. The question is, Hokey Pokey is a flavor of ice cream in which country? Again, Hokey Pokey is a flavor of ice cream in which country? You do the Hokey Pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. I'm going to put that in the ice cream freezer. Let that stay cold. And we're going to do these. Now, these are not new. These have been around for a while. The flavor might be new because they have different variations. You see that get fuzzy? Oh, it's focusing on one or the other of us. The flavor might be new because they've had these for a while. Slim Jim pork rinds. I had heard about Slim Jim pork rinds. I could never find them anywhere, and now I'm seeing them everywhere. So I figured I'd pick them up. Let's do that. Let's try the Slim Jim pork rinds. So Slim Jims. A lot of people think they've been around since the 70s, maybe since the 80s. Snap into a Slim Jim. They have actually been around since 1929. So in 1929, Jack Comella invented the the first Slim Jim back in 1929 in Philadelphia. So his partner was Adolf Levi's. And Adolf Levi's and Jack Comella hired a meat packer back in the 1940s to mass produce it so that they could sell it. So the company got sold in 1967 to General Mills. And then they got merged into the Jesse Jones Sausage Company, who made it for us. And that created a company called Goodmark Foods. And then Goodmark Foods was bought by ConAgra in 1998. So it went through a bunch of different hands. It's still Slim Jims, but the recipe's a little bit different. So back in the 1990s, Lon Adams, somebody named Lon Adams, developed what the current recipe was. The original recipe was Jack Comella's. It's a lot different than Jack Comella's. So back, if you ate it in the 1940s or the 50s or the 60s or the 70s or the 80s, you were eating a different Slim Jim than the Slim Jim that you were eating from the 90s on. So again, I guess they are Slim Jim flavored pork rinds. They also say chicharrones. So if you're only English speaking, you'll know the pork rinds, and if you're only Spanish speaking, you'll know the chicharrones part. But these are Squealin Hot, artificially colored. Always blows my mind. Why do they have to artificially color it? But that's okay. I mean, why color it all? I guess so that you look at it and you see red and you think, caution, these are very hot. The ingredients: seasoned fried pork rinds. I would hope so. Let's see, maltodextrin, salt, monosodium glutamate, sugar, artificial lake colors, spices, onion powder, sunflower oil, garlic powder, extractives of paprika, and extractives of annatto. So that's for color. Annatto is a yellow color. Paprika is a red color. And then I'm making it red, not orange, but here we go. Let's do this just in case. Yeah, Joe, you can find them a lot. Like I said, I've been looking for these for a couple of years. That's how long they've been out. They've been out for a couple of years. Again, I don't know if there was an original flavor. I just saw these, the Squealin Hot ones. That may be a new flavor for these, but I haven't seen the Slim Jim pork rinds anywhere, and I've been looking for them for a long time. And I finally did see them. So I've seen them since then. I have seen them in a couple of other places. So here in California, we have the AM/PM, which is usually you find those in, I think, an Arco gas station, AM/PMs. I have seen them at 7-Eleven. I've seen them a bunch of different places. So chances are you will get those. Janice, I think I got these. I want to say I got these at AM/PM. I think I got these at AM/PM. And then I went somewhere else afterwards and I saw the same thing, but the smaller bag. I should have got a smaller bag, but there you go. So Janice, I guess you've been looking for them as well. Who needs Randy Savage's face? I hope not. You mean on the bag? They smell like fish. They literally smell like fish. There's no fish in there. I read the ingredients. They smell like fish. They smell like fish and vinegar. Not bad fish, just fish. You know, like, have you ever eaten a piece of fish that's gone bad and you can tell before you eat it because you get that smell, that kind of ammonia smell? It doesn't smell like that. It smells like fish. It smells like fish and vinegar. All right, they got that flaming hot color, but the color's artificial. That one looks like a little chicken wing. I mean, chicken leg. I mean, chicken, whatever. Chicken. There we go. Let's snap into a Slim Jim. A lot of powder on that. It's going to make you cough. Any of those powdery things make me cough because the powder gets stuck on the back of my throat. Not a bad flavor on the chicharron, though. It's kind of more meaty. Some of those light, airy ones don't have a lot of flavor. It's just like it's puffed air. Squealin' hot. Squeal like a pepper. Wee, wee, wee. Wee, wee, wee. Hey, boy, you look like Carolina Reaper. It's kind of disappointing. Not squealing hot. They're barely hot. Maybe it builds. We have 7-Eleven. Oh, you're saying you have seen them at 7-Eleven. So yeah, 7-Eleven is probably the place to go. I think they're going to have these at 7-Eleven. I either got the big bag at 7-Eleven and then went to AM/PM and saw the small bag, or I got the big bag at AM/PM and then went to 7-Eleven and saw the small bag. I can't remember what the order was, but I got it in one of those two places. So I've seen it in one of those two places. You get that powder. It is powdery. And not squealing hot. And not really, I mean, it's a mild heat. I think the chili cashews brought more heat than that did. The pork rinds themselves aren't bad. It has that, they met that kind of in between where usually with chicharrones it's like just puffy air, it just falls apart in your mouth. Or you get that one that's a little bit crunchy because there's some skin in there that gets kind of crunchy. This is that in between one. So it's like consistent all the way through it. It's has a little bit of a crunch to it, but at the same time it's kind of light. So as far as the pork rinds themselves go, not too bad. But as far as squealing hot, there's some powder there's some heat in the powder that they put on it. And it's not squealing hot. It's not painful. It doesn't, it leaves a tiny little bit of a burn on the tongue, but nothing crazy. So I'm gonna give it the thumbs in the middle. If they just said hot chicharrones, that would have been fine. But they said squealing hot. They made it sound like it's a lot hotter than it is, and it is not. So thumbs in the middle on that one, I think. So let's go back to our card. The question was, Hokey Pokey is a flavor of ice cream in which country? You put your first guess in, you take your first guess out. Put your first guess in and you change it all about. Hokey Pokey's flavor ice cream in which country? Let's see what the guesses were. Sometimes I don't go back far enough. I think Miguel Rangel said USA. Janice Yamanaka said New Zealand. Miguel Rangel said New Zealand. Is that it? That is it. It is, in fact, New Zealand. So I think almost everybody got it correct. Close enough. All right. So now comes the time where we do that something stupid thing, where we put everything together. So here's what I'm going to do. Because we only have one card left, we're going to read the card before we do our stupid thing. So, and then that's it. Then we'll have to figure out what we're going to do next time for a trivia. If you guys still like it, let me throw this one out there. And actually let me remind people. So at the top of the chat, there is a poll. And the poll is, because we're into September now, and it is pumpkin spice season, we're going to do our 2022 pumpkin spice roundup. Do you want to see that as an episode, or do you want to see that as a live stream? So please go up to the poll. I'm pointing this way. It might be over here. It might be over, on your computer or somewhere else. I'm pointing over here because that's where it is on mine. Go to the top of the chat, and the poll is there. So please respond to the poll and let us know. Do you want us to do it on a live stream, or do you want us to do it as a separate episode, the 2022 pumpkin spice roundup? Let us know. All right. So smen, this is smen. Smen is an important cooking ingredient in North African and Middle Eastern cuisines. What is it? Smen, S-E-M-E-N, smen. Smen is an important cooking ingredient in North African and Middle Eastern cuisines. What is it? Well, that's going to be all over the place. All right, time to do something stupid. How are we going to do this? What's the best way to do this? I don't have anything big and flat. Let's do this. Let's do this. I got a knife. Surprised our Hammond chocolate bar isn't liquid at this point. Let's see, here's our magic mushrooms. No, I'm sorry. Our magic Makhana roasted foxnuts. That ought to be enough. Squealin Hot pork rinds. Slim Jims. Snap into a Slim Jim. Pure protein brick oven pizza puffs. All these little puffy things. Look at all these little puffy things here. Trader Joe's chili and garlic cashews. This is the Czech mix from hell. And last and certainly not least, Blue Diamond Almonds Blueberry. Well, one thing I'll say for certain, ooh, it has that really sweet smell. But how are you going to eat that, Val? I'm glad you asked. I'm not glad you asked, but you know, it's okay. I wanted to make it look like I was, you know, concerned. Those puffs, they don't break apart well. If I can get this to stick together with the chocolate. Get a little bit of everything in there. What a mess. What a total, absolute mess. Now let's do this. Let's just assemble this ourselves in the chocolate. Make sure we get a little bit of everything there. There we go. And may God have mercy on our soul. Yeah. It is, Bob. It is. Anything that was hot is not. But again, remember there's milk chocolate in here. And milk chocolate is my go-to as a remedy for capsaicin. As a matter of fact, chocolate is mostly what I taste here. The blueberries aren't so sweet mixed together. It's not overly salty. There's a mixture of textures going on in there. Let's see, let's do some more. Okay, when you get a few of the almonds in there, then you get that almond flavor and the sweetness from the blueberries. I think with the chocolate in there, the chocolate kind of tames everything. Not bad. It's like sweet, slightly spicy, slightly salty, crunchy, light, combination of things. That's a thumbs up. Not, you know, way up, not an enthusiastic thumbs up, maybe one of these. A thumbs up nonetheless. I would not recommend it as a snack mix, only because you have that chocolate there. It's just not going to work as a snack mix and everything, but it's not bad. I'm sipping on this bottle of Jim Beam. No bueno. No, I would think sipping on a bottle of Jim Beam would be no bueno. Get it, you know, mix it with something. Yeah. Thumbs up, maybe trending slightly downward, or thumbs in the middle, trending slightly upwards, however you want to say it. Sipping my coffee. Now, see, you get those together. Take Miguel Rangel's Jim Beam and put that in your coffee, Joe Ziller, and I think you have something. You got shrapnel flying at you. Yeah, I did, but make sure there's nothing on the floor that Doodle's going to eat. Got an almond here. Got that. See how we're doing on our poll. Let's see. Oh, 52% on the live stream. That's probably what we'll do. How do I close that? There we go. All right. Let's go back to our card. The question was, smen is an important cooking ingredient in North American and Middle Eastern cuisines. What is it? Let's see. Do we have any question? Anybody answer that question? We had. Janice is answering the question about the hokey pokey ice cream. That was like yesterday. The hokey pokey ice cream is vanilla and honeycomb candy. That sounds interesting. I've not seen that here, so maybe it's only in New Zealand. I've not seen that anywhere. Miguel Rangel said Mexico. Oh, no, wait. That must have been the hokey pokey question. So spen is an important cooking ingredient in North African and Middle Eastern cuisines. Where is it? Or what is it? So Janice says fermented butter from Morocco. See, was that it? Is anybody else? Anybody? Bueller? No? All right, Janice Yamanato looks like the only one who answered it. Janice, I'm sorry. It is, in fact, salted fermented butter from Morocco. Well, it actually doesn't say from Morocco. It's North African and Middle Eastern, so apparently it goes across that whole region. Morocco is very specific. It didn't need to be that specific. I would just say salted fermented butter, which you did say. 10,000 points, Janice, since you're the only one that answered that question. And that is the end of our trivia cards. So we've gone all the way to the end of the trivia cards. And now we're going to have to find some other way to do trivia for our next live stream. But we will figure that out. Until that point, we're going to retire that deck. We might pretend to read through them. So have some with this beverage. I had my straw just in case we had like a big head in the Trippy Food tornado glass, but apparently we didn't need it. So nice collection of snacks here. For the most part, I want to say they were kind of light and not, a lot of them weren't fried. The Magic Makhana, the roasted foxnuts were light. The cashews were light. So everything was kind of light. I don't know, the diamonds, the Blue Diamond almonds, 160 calories per serving, and the serving is approximately 28 nuts. 28 nuts in a serving. That's a lot of, for some reason, that's a lot of, I think it's a lot of almonds to be eaten once in. I imagine the candy bar is probably a lot higher, but we only had a couple pieces of that. Orange cream sparkling tonic, which was weird, which was stevia. 50 calories in a can. Not too bad. Now can I get my canoe too? I don't know, Janice, are you going to keep track of your points like Tom was? Maybe. It is too late to start anything else because we have 8 minutes left. I have the air conditioning and the fan on and I'm sweating because it's like 130 degrees outside. It's not that hot, but it just feels like it's that hot. We have a long weekend coming up. Well, in the United States. How many people do we have that are not in the United States? I think everybody in our live stream today is from the United States. But we have long weekend. I think you have a long weekend, unless you're in retail, which you may be working today or tomorrow. But the rest of us have a nice 3-day weekend. It's going to be hot in many places, in most places. Actually, I had some rain yesterday, but last night, but it wasn't enough to be noticeable. But just remember, a 3-day weekend, lots of heat, lots of sun. Be careful, because it's hot out there. Oh, that's like my ending. Be careful because it's crazy out there. But it's going to be hot, so be careful. A lot of people get on their boats, drink, and go crazy on their boats. Be careful. Just be careful out there. There's other people out there as well. You are under a lot of pressure, Val. Am I? To do what, Jared? Nope, we're just filling in some time, killing the last 7 minutes. I mean, really, there's nothing else I can eat. I can sit here and enjoy the rest of my 310 Stomped Shandy from Santa Monica Brew Works. Unless you guys have some questions, then we're going to hang around for a little bit. I guess I can tell you guys now, I can remind you guys now, a lot of people that are in the live stream and a lot of people that we feature on the channel that have their own channels. We just did, that was with Julie, Trippy Food East. We just did an episode yesterday, which was I guess I'm going to call it part 2 of our Ring of Fire 5000. It was an episode, and Julie and I just kind of competed with different hot foods. That's a 30-minute episode, but I hope you enjoy that. That came out yesterday. We have some other collaborations coming up. I'm actually doing one with Katie from Beyond Seattle Eats tomorrow morning, and that'll probably be out the next week or so. Got some other stuff planned with Tom, old guy in Colorado. But also check out the channels, right? So check out Janice Yamanaka's channel. Check out Tom's channel, old guy in Colorado. Beyond Seattle Eats, Reckless Eating, Main Event Pong, LA Beast, Curbside Pickup, the Trips. There's just so many great channels. And if you don't know who they are, go to our main YouTube page. At the bottom, there's a link. It says featured channels. So click on that link, and it will tell you all the channels that are featured channels. We haven't done collaborations with all of them or anything. They're just channels that we like, people that we have worked with, and people that we think that you should know. So check them out. I think you'll like their channels, and if you do, subscribe to them and make sure you like the videos, because that's important and that helps them out. Thanks to you, we are at 5,000 subscribers. Technically, we're at 5,015 subscribers, but we made our 5,000 subscribers, and it's thanks to you and thanks to other people, other channels who have pointed other people to our channel. So it's much appreciated when you do that, and I'm sure they would love for you to visit their channels and check their channels out, and to like and subscribe to them as well. So maybe this year it'll be safer since there is no water in the lake. Yeah, exactly, Janice. Janice was referring to my earlier statement about Memorial Day weekend when everybody gets in the boats and everything. Now there's like no place to go in the boats because the lakes and rivers and everything are like dry. So yeah, just be careful. So muggy. No, it's not muggy. It's saggy. Tomorrow's saggy and then muggy. Muggy 2D, muggy 30, Friday. It's a monkey stuffy heat today in Indiana. It's hot everywhere, Joe. I can't think of any place in the U.S. right now where it's not hot. It's exceptionally hot here. Again, it's like 101 degrees, I think, today. Oh, hang on, I'll tell you. It was over 100 when I started earlier. It is now currently. I'll tell you in a second. I think I'll tell you in a second. 103. It is a 103 degrees up. So yeah, hot. So please be careful out there, but do enjoy your weekend. But remember that it's cloudy down here. Cloudy's good. And then sometimes it's still hot. Like I said, it rained yesterday and it's still 103 degrees. But whatever you do this weekend, whether you're celebrating Labor Day or not, whatever you do this weekend, or this long weekend, just please be careful. It's crazy out there. Please be careful. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of others. And we'll see you soon. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining us.